Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Candy Coated Conversations with your girl Candace here. So today I'm coming here with a quick little video over a little incident that happened a couple days ago with YouTuber and rapper DDG. As many of you may be aware, DDG, is a rapper, YouTuber, and he is in a relationship and has a newborn son with singer and actress Halle Bailey. Well, it comes out that there was an offense made against his baby mama, the mother of his child. I don't know. I haven't really heard anything about it, but a little part of me is wondering, are they secretly married? I don't know. Who knows? They may just not have wanted to put it on out there yet, but I don't know. Something in me is telling me that these two are actually married. And who knows? They might not be, but I'm thinking that they are. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. But here they are minding their own business, and a right-wing conservatives how do you say that word? I'm flubbing it, you guys. Conservatives, y'all know what I'm talking about, comes out his mouth with something to say about Halle Bailey. And I'm going to pull it up and show it so we can go over this. And I want to know what you guys think about the situation. Was DDG wrong to address the situation? Should he have just left it alone? After all, people will say anything about you. You don't have to always respond to everything, but let's dig into a little bit. So, give me just a second here. I'm going to present my screen here. And I'm going to have to get that word right, y'all. Because, yeah, I love that word. But I'm not too worried about it. So here it is right here, you guys. It says DDG goes off on podcaster Elijah Schaefer after he called Halle Bailey ugly. So I'm going to first go to what he said. Elijah Schaefer says, when exactly did Hollywood become flooded with ugly people? And then he put a picture of E.T. titled The New Little Mermaid Actress. Now, was this even necessary? First of all, there's nothing ugly about Halle Bailey. We all have our personal taste and things of that nature, but there's absolutely nothing ugly about this woman, period, for you to have said that. So, this is DDG's response. He said, I'm smoking on your dead A mama. That dumb Bia should have got a better doctor. LMFAO. And then he adds Elijah Schaefer. Then, oh, here's something else that Elijah said. If you have to pressure/slash bully people into finding the Little Mermaid attractive. So there was a picture of DDG where he posted himself smoking a blunt with a picture of this man's mother at the end. So now let me see if I can get this one here. And I'm surprised it's not readily right here on the same post. But basically, that's what he did. He put a picture of this man's mother on the end of his blunt. And that's what he said he was smoking on his dead mother. So, my first thoughts are, why did this need to be said at all, anyways? Did you just need something to say? Because we all know, as Black people, who, this was a highly anticipated movie. A lot of little Black girls and little Black um, girls of color were looking forward to this movie, to see Halle Bailey in this movie, to have some representation. So she experienced a lot of racism even taking the role. I don't know why people were so bent out of shape about it at all. Anyways, this is a fictional character. and you have racists mad about a mermaid, a fictional mermaid. That's a cause for racism. So she really put up with a lot of things, even taking this role, as far as racism and people name calling her, racist remarks, up until the end. And of course, I'm sure it's going to continue, but this movie came out months ago. So no idea why he felt the need to all of a sudden come for Halle, in regard to anything. So that was a little crazy for me that this guy even felt the need to say this. But let's touch on a couple things now. He came after DDG's woman. And like a man is supposed to, he came in her defense. Now, I know, as I initially stated, people can say anything. You don't have to react to everything. But at the same time, sometimes you can just keep your mouth shut and you don't have to say certain things either. So, if what you choose to say gets you a negative reaction, so be it as well. I'm all for that as well. So, this is the part that kills me. Let's take a look at his baby mama. Now, I will say this to start. I'm not a person that feels like outside people should get thrown into the line of fire because you said something dumb. But I'm sure a couple days ago, your wife and the mother of your child was thrown into the line of fire because, I mean, if we really go on looks alone, does your baby mama hold a candle to Halle Bailey physically? Does your baby mama hold a candle to DDG's baby mama? So people will have to chime on this. And I'm making it bigger for the people in the back. Does this woman compare to Halle Bailey for you to have even opened up your mouth and thrown your wife or the mother of your child, I don't know your relationship status, to have thrown her in the line of fire because you wanted to say something stupid? I think you probably should have kept your mouth shut, right? You probably should have just kept your mouth shut. And let me see. Yeah, there's your baby mom. And I'm sure plenty of people sought her out to look at her because you threw her under the bus because you wanted to say something stupid. So I'll just basically leave that at that. In addition to you just having kept your mouth shut, which you should have done, how about you pay attention to your sexual assault accusations? Don't you have other things to worry about? I would think that you did, that you should have other things to worry about. Now, before I get into this article, let me also say that he was a newscaster at a show called The Blaze, where he was fired. At the time Elijah Schaefer was fired, they didn't disclose the reason why he was fired. But come to find out, you were fired because of sexual assault allegations. So let's get into this a little bit. It states Glenn Beck's media outlet, The Blaze, fired rising right wing internet star Elijah Schaefer last month after a coworker accused Schaefer of SAing her, the Daily Beast has learned. On September 24th, The Blaze announced on Twitter that Schaefer had been terminated for violating company policies and standards after an investigation regarding a personal matter, aka the SA. Schaefer, a prominent conservative, I don't know what I was saying at the top of the show. This is what I was trying to say, conservative. I don't know why that was so hard for me to get out, but conservative commentator who boasts more than 470,000 followers on Twitter, confirmed his firing on the site and announced plans to go independent, adding that it was a long time coming. Why was it a long time coming? Because this is part of your behavior. And have you done this previously? I don't know. I'm just asking the question. It states Schaefer's firing surprised many in the right wing media, where Schaefer has been seen as an up and comer since he rose to prominence covering riots in the aftermath of the 2020 murder of George Floyd. But the actual reason for Schaefer's firing was not made public. It states Schaefer's ouster was in fact the result of weeks long internal investigation into an allegation that he had groped a colleague's breast without her consent, according to a person close to the incident. In late August, Schaefer was accused of groping Sarah Gonzalez, another host at the Blaze, without her consent at a film premiere. So here you are out here, a whole predator, and you have the time to think it's okay to comment on another man's woman and her looks. And it just goes along the lines of this is what you are. You're an S.A Predator. Or you wouldn't have time to do things like this. It states Schaefer didn't respond to requests for comment. Gonzalez, the Blaze, and Beck, the company's founder, also didn't provide comment. Sounds to me like they had enough on you that they wanted no association with you and terminated you. It states the details of Schaefer's firing were first made public on a Tuesday live stream by Ethan Ralph, a far-right internet personality who has clashed with Schaefer in the past. The Daily Beast confirmed the existence of Gonzalez's allegation independently of Ralph. The alleged incident took place in Dallas on August 26th at the premiere of Uncle Tom 2, a conservative film that Schaefer co-produced. Gonzalez and Schaefer were seated next to each other in the theater, according to a picture that Schaefer tweeted before the film. As the film played, according to a complaint made to management at the Blaze and described to the Daily Beast, an intoxicated Schaefer began to grope her breast. The accusations prompted an investigation at Blaze Media into Schaefer's behavior. According to a person close to the incident who asked not to be named for fear of being punished for speaking to a media outlet, the investigation culminated in Schaefer's firing in September. Before his firing, Schaefer had also publicly clashed with Beck, an outspoken Mormon. In May, Schaefer tweeted that members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are going to hell because Mormons are not Christians. Assuming I'm one of the many nice people who the Lord has made clear to you is condemned, I just need to know if you still want a guy who is going to hell as a mentor, Beck shot. So this guy is problematic at best. He's been accused of groping women, S.A., and fired from his job. If you're a married man and a father, do you really have the time to be commenting on other women's looks instead of worrying about your own situation and your own reputation as a man? I don't think so. Here we also have another article here that I found. And I'm just going to quickly skim this because this one is stating there is another woman who has accused him. So let's see. So this is what this man does. A woman named Watson is the second former host from The Blaze to come forward with accusations of inappropriate sexual behavior against Schaefer. Last year, ex-host Sarah Gonzalez, who I mentioned in the previous article, told the company that Schaefer groped her breast without consent during the premiere of a documentary in August, and the company conducted an investigation into the matter that ended with Schaefer's termination. Watson, however, says in her lawsuit that the company knew of Schaefer's inappropriate behavior toward her, but did not take appropriate actions to stop it. So, I don't think anything else needs to be said on this. And I will use air quotes man, because no real man goes around SAing women and behaving inappropriately at the job and making women uncomfortable at the job. So, once again, in closure of today's video, you have other things to worry about other than Halle Bailey's looks. Because, for one, she's a beautiful young lady. Worry about how your woman looks and how she's being seen out in the public and how you're making her look. I can only imagine her shame at having a child and being married to a man that goes around essaying women. How embarrassing for her. And I feel sorry for her. So I'm going to reiterate the sentiments of DDG. Keep Halle Bailey's name out of your mouth. Worry about what you have going on. So, you guys, thanks for listening. And we'll see you at the next Candy Coated Conversation. You guys have a wonderful day.